Hello everyone and welcome to episode 17 of Keeping Up with Conspicuous, where today it's a little bit more of a light-hearted one where we're just going to talk about a day in a life as a recruiter and what we typically do on a day-to-day basis. It's a bit of a disgusting day outside today, so if you talk about my day-to-day, it's struggling to get out of bed in the morning. But I get it, I think we should just talk from like the moment we wake up. And what we do. So what do you do before work?
So for me, I'll get up in the morning, I'll check my phone immediately, turn my alarm off. Very important.
Not snooze it?
No, never. I don't snooze. I'm the sort of person that has a routine and never changes it. So I'll get up, turn my alarm off and check my to-do list for the day, like personal stuff.
Yeah.
And then do anything I need to do before work. And then I always do a bit of movement. Whether it's a yoga or a run or Peloton or whatever you're feeling, a walk, I'll just always do a little bit of movement. So I literally just get up, get out of bed within 5 minutes, if like literally changed, and I move.
Wow. And then you've got like a commute where you're stuck in traffic, having a good time.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, and then literally just shower and commute about half an hour into work. That's sort of my journey. What about you? So alarm goes off.
I'm not as productive as you. You're lucky if I get out of bed on time. No, I'm someone...
Everyone's productive is different.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to be productive.
You're probably more productive than me in the evenings, I bet you.
Well, yeah.
Because I'm a morning person, you're 100% more productive than me in the evenings.
Yeah. I definitely say I'm a middle of the day person, like an 8 till 4.
Yeah.
But... I'll wake up. Usually I'm pretty good at just getting up, but I set 2 alarms, so I get up on the second one. I change my routine constantly, I feel.
Do you?
Not massive,
Little.
just little things. Like I've recently tried cold water therapy on my face. So like I get up, that's the first thing I do, get the water, put the ice in it, dunk my head in, nearly have a heart attack and I hope I don't die. And then do my skincare. I feel like that's a really important part of the morning.
So you're like one of those people on the TikTok that have the like morning routines that everyone wants to be like. Me, I am scrape my hair back, get into work, buy a Monster, get through the day.
Yeah, well I'll tell you what I done this morning in comparison. But yeah, so I do that. I then will get ready for work. I drive to my mum and dad's, it's near work. I walk my dog just so she can get her 2 walks a day because dad and mum go to work really early. So I take her for a walk and then I come into work and set up. This morning, I set my alarm, I snoozed it 5 times, I put my heated blanket on.
Oh, danger.
Rookie mistake, don't do that. I then sat in bed and done my hair and makeup. Well, I didn't really do my makeup today, more my hair. Just sat, done my hair. It was then 8:45, I start work at 9, and I put some clothes on, luckily, and got in my car and just rolled into work. So
I like that.
Yeah, it varies. The weather got me down this morning.
It definitely doesn't help, but I feel like, as you say, like we just want to make it clear, like there's no right or wrong with this day in the life. This is just what we do, and just to have a bit of amusement and to show people like recruiters are quite relatable, and we're not like all just how much money can we make today, how many people can we annoy. I don't wake up with dollar
signs in my eyes.
No.
Some days I'm waking up with a little bit of glimmer of hope to hope I get through the day.
So yeah, we both get into work at about 9 o'clock, depends sort of traffic.
We're usually a little bit earlier than that.
Yeah, I usually try and get in for about 8:30 if I can.
1:45.
Yeah,
this morning.
But obviously they're really flexible here. If we want to come in at 8, between 8 and 9, and leave between 5 and 6, whatever we want to do, like super flexible. So when we come in, when you get into work, what's the first thing you do normally once your stuff's set up?
Set up my desk, because if my desk isn't how I like it, it really throws me off. It depends, because usually I'm pretty good at writing my to-do list the night before I leave work.
Yeah, I do the same.
Yeah, but if I haven't done that, because sometimes I'm just in a flurry and I just run off, I'll write my to-do list just to get a little bit of structure to the day and the important tasks.
And the mornings go by so quick, don't they? So it's like just having stuff written down that you can tick off. You feel that if you haven't done major tasks, you're still being productive because you've done small things.
Each tick, I'm like, oh, we've achieved something. So it's the small wins for recruiters, I say. But I'm pretty strict with what I do in the morning. So I open up my laptop, I check my emails, I go through my submissions. Any submissions that I think are worth a call and they suit the job, applications.
Yeah.
I'll pull them out of the email, so it's a separate thing. So I've got the tab.
I do that.
I'll then actually that's a lie. The first thing that I do is my LinkedIn post. Then I do that. Then I check my LinkedIn messages, recruiter messages, nice to meet you messages. I was going to say nice to connect with you messages.
Like message connections.
That's usually a Monday morning thing that I do.
That's one of my favourite things to do on them, because we have very similar morning routines. I won't lie. Like, we have things we always do, like save searches for people that are changed to open to work, so we can reach out to them. I think there's one common theme between me and Luce. Like, my favourite thing and the reason I love it is messaging connections, because I keep the message so brief, so informal, and it's not a, oh my god, it's generic. It's a non-assumptive, informal introduction where I'm not being salesy, and that is the bit that I love doing, because people, like, when I message connections, I get at least 50 out of 100 people just say thanks, Tyler.
Yeah.
They're just appreciative of the fact that we are like being informal, and I get great success from that.
As we said this the other day, our main success probably comes from our LinkedIn. I've got a really itchy nose. But main success comes from LinkedIn and those connection messages, because people remember your face. Like, if you just connect with someone, they're not going to remember you. Like, they're not going to remember your face. If you send them a voice note, a message, a video, whatever it may be, you're ingrained in their head a little bit more. And then, whether they're looking or not, like, as you said, we're non-assumptive. We don't go in like, hi, can I help you look for a job?
Yeah.
It's more like, hi, how was your weekend? How's your week going? Great to connect with you.
Yeah.
Love having you in my network. Look forward to keeping up to date. That's literally a generic message I sort of send, just to thank them for accepting me.
And that's not because we're being lazy. It's just, that's all we can say to those people. Like, I can't change that message or that narrative every time. That's the narrative I like. I think that's the like, going slightly off topic a little bit, but I guess it's okay. I think that's the thing that's changed the most in my approach since I've been a recruiter, is going from understanding from a candidate's point of view or a client's point of view, is being non-assumptive and not pitchy. Because I'm not salesy, but it was like, you message about a role, didn't you? And then and now me and Luce through doing like videos
about a role now.
Yeah, and I do sometimes, because I'll put like, not assuming you're looking for work, but maybe a chat in the future, but below is an example of a role I've currently got. But it's
not just going in, I've got this is what it's paying, this is the skill it wants. Like, no one cares. They don't want it to be about what we want to find or what the client wants, or it's not about us. And we touched on this last week with Interview, but like, it is about the candidates and about them and what they want to do, and what do they actually want. And I would definitely say that's probably been one of the biggest changes.
And then day in the life then, sorry I cut you off.
No, I was just going to say, what do you do next, that's all.
So we do lists, we check job applications, we do save searches, we do LinkedIn posts in the morning. And then for me, things change.
Oh my god, yeah.
What's the word that I can use that isn't rude? Things go kaboom.
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 It's never the same.
And 25,000 emails will come in. Can you do this? Can you do this? And I'm like, but I've got this list.
So you add it onto the list, and then you've got to keep adding to the list. And then you've got to keep ticking off the list. But I must admit, that's one thing I've always said I've struggled with as a recruiter, is I like, if I have a plan, and I know, like, 9 till 10 I'm going to be doing this, and then I can do this, and then I can do this, like, in time blocks. I'm like, delightful, that's great, that works with me. You can't in recruitment.
No, you can't.
You have a day plan as such, and I
but
feel
not
like it's
time
so
blocks.
important. I've put time. I'm actually going to change it today. In my Outlook calendar, I've got my time blocks of what I should be doing, and it pops up. Am I doing that? No, I'm not.
Love your honesty.
Well, I'm not, because I have to do this, and then my client rings.
Can I just say, Luce's calendar looks so pretty. If there's a calendar that you wish you had in Outlook, that's Lucy's. My calendar is call this person, do this. Tyler, remember to post this. This is an idea you had last week about posting this when you were on the toilet going for a wee. Do you know what I mean? Like, I will write myself notes as reminders in my calendar and it will pop up and I'll be like, what's this Teams meeting? Oh wait, it's my idea from last week when I was walking to Tesco.
Yeah, but you've just touched on something that actually does affect my day in the life, is I will sit there and I will have days where I have such a creative flow come through me. The creative juices flow and I'm sat there, whether it be on the toilet, whether it be in the shower before work or whatever. And I'm like, what a great LinkedIn post that could be. And I'll sit there, because I don't want to forget it, I'll then get distracted and I've got to do the LinkedIn post there, schedule it, because otherwise I'll forget about it.
Yeah.
So, once again, off plan.
But we're scheduling posts, like...
You can't give up the opportunity to forget that, because clearly it's such valuable information I'm going to put on LinkedIn all the time.
You couldn't be a recruiter if you weren't able to be flexible and adaptable on a day-to-day basis. I think a day in the life of a recruiter is being adaptive and flexible.
And that is one of my hardest things, I'd say. And it's what I've learned. We went into recruitment, and what did they say you have to be? I'm going to forget the word.
Oh, I don't know.
Resilient.
Resilient, yeah.
You've got to be resilient, and that is the main trait for a recruiter. I've been here a year and a half now, and I can hand on heart say the most important trait for me as a recruiter that you have to have is adaptability.
Yeah, 100%.
Not resilience, yes. Adaptability, cool. Because that is something I do struggle with. Like, because my little, I got told I had a small head or big glasses on my post, which was hilarious, to be fair, because I do have a pea head. But clearly, honestly, it was hilarious. But anyway, my brain, I don't know, must be small as well, and it goes frantic, and then I'm like, oh, I've got
You're
to do this.
so being dramatic. It doesn't work like that.
It
don't work
does.
It's like that you have put this in your brain and gone with the idea.
That's how I feel like in recruitment some days. I'm telling you, like, I just feel like that is how your brain works sometimes.
I think me and Luce, we've always panicked maybe a little bit too much about things, or worried about things, or like put too much pressure on us about if things aren't going well, and Nico and Philippa will always be like, guys, you're doing well, you're smashing it, like, what are you on about?
And if anyone ever says to us, like, oh yeah, meetings pop up during the day as well, but if someone goes, Tyler, Lucy, can I talk to you about something, or like, can we talk downstairs, we are instantly like, we can fired. And we never are. It's useful meetings, but they're like, why do you look so scared? And it's because we're constantly worrying. But yeah, so if you want to know, for a day in the life as a recruiter, it's an emotional roller coaster, I would say. Some days you're high, some days you're low, but you can't show that you're too low, and you've just got to get over it. You've got to get over it and move
100%.
on. You cannot be a wallower, is that the word? A wallower, is that it?
I think so. And usually late mornings, so after the podcast on the Thursday, we will always like pop to the shop, get a few snacks, get our lunch bits prepared.
Yeah.
We'll get a drink or something, and then we sit down and do a search for a role or new business for clients, and we'll do that up until lunch. We normally like to take lunch a little bit later, would you say?
Yeah. I'm so sorry, I just saw two squirrels chasing each other around the tree. That really caught me off guard.
She has a thing about the squirrels outside.
That's a day in the life tip, actually. Me and Foz, if we see the squirrels outside, we will be watching who's there, because, anyway, that's irrelevant. But
do you know, people are going to watch this podcast and think we're absolutely Delali. Like, everyone is like got this energy today in the office.
I know. Our director, Rob, has come in and he's got a bundle of energy.
Yeah.
And we're like,
I love it.
What have you done today? And we're all a bit like that. But yes, so. Lunch, we gym. We always go to the gym. Yeah. You're a little bit more religious with it than I am, because I do get sidetracked. But I've been really good recently. Yeah. So we go to the gym and smash some weights. No, I'm joking. You smash weights harder than me. I pick up my biscuits, pack of biscuits, and do them. But we go there, we have a shower, and then come back to the office, and then we're complaining that we're too hot for about 5 minutes, and then we'll complain we're too cold because we've put the aircon on, and then
we'll have food, and then we'll get stuck into another, I'd say like for me personally, I don't know about you, I do like a heavier task after gym once I've checked emails again.
Yeah, mine's usually new business, I'd say.
New business. You do need to allocate, we do try and allocate at the moment, we're doing a bit of a new business push, you know. Before Christmas, a lot of clients like to push on recruitment, so obviously it's a good time to do so. So I'm doing a bit more new business, which I'm actually enjoying.
Yeah, I think it's nice to switch up a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like, as we said, it's ever evolving, recruitment, and the market changes, and at the moment there is a focus on pulling on new roles, so you're not going to have that 50-50 split.
No.
Now it's a little bit more 75-25, well no, that's a lie, 60-40 I'd say, where we want to push a bit more to new business.
Definitely.
And you've just got to adapt to be able to do that. And it's like tomorrow on a Fridays are a little bit different, we work from home, and obviously you've got to change your day plan, because as you mentioned yesterday, after 2pm, well 3pm really, are people going to pick up new business emails and reply? Probably not.
Yeah, you've got to be
Candidates,
smart. Yeah.
are they going to be looking at LinkedIn on a Friday evening before the weekend for messages to say, oh yeah, let's book a call in for next week? Probably not. So on a Friday we do a bit more like admin tasks, don't we?
Yeah, like new adverts,
Clear things
admin, ideas, like marketing ideas, podcast ideas, anything like that really. Like what maybe Lucy and I will jump on a call. We do this quite regularly if we're feeling a little bit stuck. We'll jump on, have a bit of a moan, have a bit of a whinge, and then we'll be like, right, what are you doing, and what inspo can I take from what you're planning to do, or what ideas do you have for me?
Yeah.
And I think that's why we work quite well, because if we are having those moments, I'll say to you, right, do this, and you'll be like, okay, cool, and you'll tell me what you're doing, and I'll be like, oh, actually I'll do something similar but not that exact thing.
We'll put each other back on track, and I think, then no one else in the business knows that we're having a wobble.
Yeah.
We keep it to ourselves. And we get over it, and you know, and that's the fun of recruitment. You ride the wave, and there's going to be highs, lows, and
we're lucky.
If you've got each other, for sure. If you're in a recruitment company, find someone you can rely on, because I swear to God, it helps
you should
massively.
Have people around you that will support you and not judge you, and also have like the company you work for should be flexible. I mean,
I feel like
that's the day in a life.
Do.
I think that was quite a good snapshot.
Yeah, I would say so. And obviously we leave the office around about 6ish.
You literally just read my mind.
Yeah, and I drive home, you drive home. I either have physio stuff I've got to do, or I'm usually going to my mum and dad's to make them cook for me, because I don't want to cook by myself for one. Then I might hop on the bike for 30 minutes whilst watching like a movie or TV or something. Yeah. And then shower. It's a lot of showering. Shower. Night routine for my face. Brush my hair. Go to bed. Ready for another day. And
I just do admin and personal admin and maybe a bit of yoga, and that's me.
Yeah.
Love it.
Ready to start the day again, fresh-faced and bushy-tailed. Isn't that right?
Well, hopefully you found that interesting, or at least have a little bit of a laugh along with us. Next week, I think it's worth mentioning, we have a really exciting live podcast with Mark Christie, which we're really excited about.
I think that'll be great.
Yeah, and Mark is the owner or founder of Scottish Summit Conferences. And I can't remember what his title is at Proximo, but the company Proximo, he's the director of, so that will be really interesting.
I would say if you're in the dynamics space or IT space, predominantly dynamics, because that's what it's focused on, but what I would tune into the podcast, I think you're going to learn a lot. There's a lot of exciting, not changes, but I'd say, what's the word? Not improvements either, but a lot of things are changing.
And we'll be addressing that.
And we'll be addressing where it's sort of going, what you can expect to see over the next couple of years with Scottish Summit. It's a real good insight, and I know today I've invited about 200 connections to join the podcast, and I'll keep doing that until next week. So if you get a notification from myself or Tyla inviting you, click attend, and I promise you, it will be a really interesting one, I think.
It'll be conferences, market updates, and everything really. It will be super fun. Looking forward to it. So that will be at 10:30 a.m. on Thursday, the 9th of November.
Yeah. So click attend on the event, you'll get notified, and then we'll tune in with you then. But for this week,
that's it.
We've got to go crack on with our day in our life.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.